Okay, picture this. You're scrolling through your feed and bam, you land on this massive viral health post. The algorithm has basically served up a masterpiece of persuasive design, right? Flawless lighting, snappy edits, and some creator hyping up a life-changing new health hack that you absolutely need to try right now. We are constantly bombarded with this stuff. Figuring out how to navigate it, it's not just about being a smart scroller. It's literally one of the most crucial digital literacy skills you can develop for your own well-being. Let's dive right into this explainer and figure out how to spot the fakes.
It's so incredibly easy to watch that kind of polished content and think, well, they have millions of views, so it's gotta work, right? Just imagine a super fit influencer pushing a brand new pre-workout powder, or a skincare guru promising their new serum clears skin literally overnight. They point to these dramatic success stories in the comments, and hey, look at that, there's a convenient little promo code right in the caption. Honestly, that is exactly what the algorithm wants you to think. It's designed to be super convincing, but just telling yourself, don't believe everything online, isn't actually a useful skill. There is real, good information out there. We just need to learn how to filter out the garbage.
Here is the ultimate plot twist, though. Production quality is absolutely not the same thing as information quality. A post can have lab coats, fancy scientific-sounding buzzwords, floating medical graphics, and literally millions of likes, and still be complete nonsense. We have to train our brains to stop asking, what makes this look trustworthy, and start asking, what actually makes the claim be trustworthy? The real flex here is looking right past the aesthetics to demand the actual proof. True trustworthiness, it always boils down to original evidence, relevant expertise, and transparent sourcing.
So, to crack the code on fake advice, we're going to use this 8-part health claim check. It's your ultimate toolkit to go from just passively scrolling to becoming a full-on medical detective. We're going to quickly cover how to stop, state the claim, check the source, find the evidence, compare it, check the context, spot the incentive, and of course, prioritize safety. All right, step 1 is simple. Just stop. Pause before you act, buy, or share, especially if you feel pushed by artificial urgency, fear, or even just massive excitement. Strong emotions kind of short-circuit our ability to fact-check. Once you've taken that breath, step 2 is to state the actual claim. A phrase like, "this energy drink is good for you," is way too vague to actually verify. You need to pin down exactly what they're promising. Take that giant cloud of marketing hype and translate it into a precise sentence. Something like, "this drink improves concentration for teenagers in 7 days." Boom! Now that is a claim we can actually test and debunk. Moving to step 3, check the source. Listen, just because someone is incredibly fit or even has the word doctor in their username doesn't mean they are an expert in everything. Expertise is actually highly specific. A dentist shouldn't really be giving you advice on heart surgery, right? And a personal recovery story, while that might be a super inspiring lived experience, it is not universal medical evidence. We really need to ask, who exactly is this person, and are they actually qualified to talk about this specific topic? To figure that out effectively, we use a neat little trick called lateral reading. Think about it. If you only read a creator's own page, of course they look amazing. They control the comments and the whole vibe. So by opening a new tab and searching their name alongside words like evidence or guideline, you escape their carefully curated bubble. You stop scrolling vertically down their feed, and you start reading laterally across the web. That's how you find out what real independent experts actually think about them. Step 4 is hunting down the evidence. A random screenshot of a chart or a creator just vaguely waving their hands going, "studies show," is absolutely not real evidence. You don't need to be a research scientist here, but you do need to click through and ask some tough questions. Like, was this research actually done on humans? If a post is telling teens to take a specific supplement, were teenagers even part of the test, or are they just entirely guessing that it works for your age group? And this is exactly why a single tiny laboratory study doesn't really mean much on its own. Sure, maybe a new chemical cleared up acne in a petri dish or helped a lab mouse run faster. But unless you are literally a rat, that doesn't automatically mean it works safely for you. Small findings can be totally skewed by sample size or just pure chance. We should only start feeling confident when multiple, high-quality human studies and credible clinical guidelines all point in the exact same direction. Step 5. Compare against the heavy hitters. We want to see what independent, boss-level fact-checkers think major medical institutions or evidence-based services like Medline Plus say when they aren't being paid by a brand. 10 random blogs or social media accounts repeating the exact same fake rumor definitely doesn't make it true. We need to look for authoritative sources that evaluate the whole picture independently and honestly explain both the real benefits and the real risks. Step 6 is checking the context, because guys, context is everything. Health advice is constantly changing as new research comes out. A restrictive diet rule that works perfectly fine for a 40-year-old adult could be seriously dangerous for a growing teenager. A viral post might cite a 10-year-old study while super conveniently ignoring all the newer findings that proved it totally wrong. Always check when the advice was published and make absolutely sure it was meant for someone your age.
Step 7 is a massive one. Follow the money. Ask yourself, what happens if you actually believe their claim? Does the creator have a promo code in their bio? Are they linking you directly to a digital shop? Do they literally own the supplement brand they're hyping up? Now look, a sponsorship doesn't instantly mean they are lying to you. But if their paycheck depends on you believing their claim, your detective radar should definitely be going off. You just have to weigh that information accordingly.
You also need to keep your eyes peeled for massive health fraud red flags. Testimonials? They're just stories. They feel powerful because they're emotional, but they never show you the people who took the product and had horrible side effects. If a creator promises a miracle cure, relies totally on emotional stories instead of facts, claims one magical pill cures 10 completely different things, or tells you they have a secret your doctor is hiding from you, just hit the block button. It's a scam.
It is also super helpful to recognize that marketing buzzwords are usually just noise. Take the word chemical-free, for example. It's biologically impossible. Water is a chemical. The air we breathe is a chemical. And just because something is labeled natural doesn't automatically mean it's safe either. I mean, poison ivy is 100% natural, but you wouldn't exactly rub that into your daily skincare routine, would you? Don't let clever marketing language override your critical thinking.
Also, please don't be fooled by a plausible-sounding scientific story. Someone might throw around fancy phrases like resetting your nervous system or detoxing your cells. It sounds incredibly smart, right? But a cool-sounding biological explanation is totally worthless if they don't have actual, measured proof that the treatment safely works in the real world, on real people. A scientific-sounding story is absolutely not the same thing as a proven clinical result. And yes, we have to apply this exact same detective work to AI too. A chatbot or an AI-generated post can sound incredibly confident while completely hallucinating fake medical references. Plus, AI doesn't know your personal medical history, your specific allergies, or, well, your life. Never take a bot's word as medical gospel. Whether the voice is human or synthetic, you always have to ask, where did this information actually come from?
That brings us directly to step 8, which is honestly the golden rule of online safety. Never, ever start or stop a medication or make drastic changes to your diet or health routine just because of a viral post. High-stakes health choices always require a real conversation with a qualified healthcare professional. Fake advice doesn't just waste your money, it can seriously hurt you by delaying real professional help when you actually need it most.
The goal here isn't to be a cynic who trusts no one. It's to be smart enough to demand the proof. So here's my challenge to you, the 7-Day Detective Challenge. For 1 week, find one wild health claim in your feed every single day. Write it down, follow the money, trace the source, and see if it actually holds up to the 8 steps we just went through. You have the ultimate toolkit now. So what viral claim are you going to put to the test today?